This is the question from IIT JAM from the NMR spectroscopy. The correct order of chemical shift value of these protons X, Y and Z are. So they have given a molecule which contains three different sets of proton. So we can see there is a triple bond or a alkyne group present. So whenever there is an alkyne proton, it is the most shielded proton because the electron density around it would be greatest than compared to these. Hence Z would have the least chemical shift value. Z would have the least chemical shift value. Then coming to the Y and X, the chemical shift value depends on the environment around it. Here the oxygen plays a role of minus I effect for this proton, hence, and coming to the Y, there is a minus I effect experienced by the oxygen as well as the minus I effect experienced by the alkyne carbon also. Hence the Y is more de-shielded. The Y is more de-shielded. The electron density around Y nucleus would be least. Hence the chemical shift value for Y would be greatest then compared to X and then comes Z. As Z has the more electron density, it's more shielded. Hence the chemical shift value delta value for Z is least and for Y it would be greatest. Among the following molecules, the microwave active molecules are. So the any molecule to be microwave active, it must possess a permanent dipole moment. So the molecule must possess a permanent dipole moment. So if we consider trans dichloroethene, so there is a CCl bond which is polar because the chlorine is electronegative. So there is a charge separation occurs. So chlorine would be delta negative and carbon would be delta positive. So the dipole is acting in this direction. So there is a dipole moment present in this molecule, but it is a trans dichloro. There is another dipole acting in this direction. So the net dipole moment in this molecule would be 0. Hence it is microwave inactive. But in 1,2-dinitrobenzene, the NO2, this bond as well as this bond is polar because there is a electronegativity difference. Hence there is two dipole acting in this direction and this direction. Hence the net dipole moment would not be 0. Hence it is microwave active. Coming to this compound or the molecule, the OH, that is the 3-methylphenol. This bond is polar due to electronegativity difference. Hence the dipole is acting in this direction. Hence it is microwave active because the dipole moment or the permanent dipole moment is present here. Coming to this, that is the para-aminophenol. The NH2 and OH are in para position. The CNH2, the carbon NH2 as well the carbon OH bond are polar due to the electronegativity difference between C and O as well as C and N. Hence there is two dipole moment acting in this direction of Cn, and for CO it is acting in this direction. Hence the dipole moment of these two gets cancelled, but still the net dipole moment exists because the dipole moment of CO and Cn differs. As these both groups are different, still the net dipole moment exists. Hence this group will also show microwave active because the net dipole moment still exists. Hence option A would be microwave inactive. Option B, C and D are microwave active. The number of normal modes of vibration in naphthalene is, we know that this is the structure of naphthalene where there are 10 carbon atoms and 8 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 8 hydrogen atoms. To calculate the modes of vibration, we know the formula 3n minus 5 for the molecule which are linear and 3n minus 6 is the formula for non-linear molecule. As we know, naphthalene is a non-linear, we have to apply this formula. 3 into n would be total number of atom present, that is 10 carbon and 8 hydrogen. It would be n value would be 10 plus 8, it would be 18. So 3 into 18 minus 6, which would be equals 54 minus 6. Therefore the naphthalene contains 48 modes of vibration. The correct order of carbonyl stretching frequency of the following compounds are, so they have given the 4 compounds. We have to calculate or the arrange that these CO stretching frequency in the increasing or decreasing order. The CO stretching frequency mainly depend on the bond strength K, and this bond strength depend on the bond order, that is the bond order of carbon CO is 2. So that means there is a 2 bond between carbon and oxygen. As this bond order decreases, as the bond order of carbonyl decreases, the bond strength would also decreases, which results in the decrease in the new CO value. So as the bond order decreases, the bond strength would also decreases, which lead in the decrease in the new CO value. And this bond order decreases depend on the environment of CO. So if we consider that is in first molecule, there may be the conjugation of this bond takes place, but there is a chlorine or the chlorine atom present which is electronegative, which shows a minus I effect, that is the electron cloud around the carbon is dragged towards the chlorine, hence the conjugation would not happen. In the second option, as the oxygen is present, it contains a lone pair, there is a probability of conjugation of this lone pair here as well as here. As the conjugation of this lone pair occurs here, the CO bond order would may decreases. In the third molecule, there is a conjugation of benzene as well as there is a lone pair in the nitrogen, hence there is a conjugation may also occur in this way also. So there is a 2 possible ways where the CO bond decreases. Here the hydrogen play no role, hence only the conjugation occurs due to the benzene ring. In all these molecules, in the third option, there is a 2 possibility of lowering of CO bond order, hence the third would be least. For the third molecule, the new CO or the carbonyl stretching would be least. Then comes, and in the first option, the delocalization of this double bond in the benzene ring would not happen due to the minus I effect, hence the first molecule would have the greater nu CO or the carbonyl stretching frequency. Then between 2 and 4, here the oxygen, there is a let us consider there is a 50% chance of the oxygen lone pair to delocalize in this way as well as in this way too. But in the fourth option, as hydrogen play no role, there is a 100% probability of delocalization of benzene ring with the CO, hence the second would have the greater nu CO than the fourth one. So this is the bond order of CO. The correct option is option D. So they have given in the same order but in the increasing fashion, that's it. It would be number of proton NMR signals for the compound P and Q are. Consider compound P. So the total number of proton signal depend on the different number of hydrogen present. If we consider compound P, there are the nitro and the methyl are in para position, hence these two protons, let me consider as A and B, these two protons are in same environment, hence these 4 protons gives 2 peaks, and the CH3 is in different environment, hence there are let me say it as C. So there are 3 different protons present, hence it gives 3 peaks. Hence the compound P gives 3 peaks. Consider compound Q. These two CH3 are in the same environment, hence I will say it as option A is the peak given by these two CH3. Then comes CH. Here this carbon, its valency is not satisfied, so there is a hydrogen present in it, so it is in different environment, hence it gives a peak B. Then comes the CH2, C, and comes D. So the compound Q would give 4 peaks. So the correct option is option A. The compound B gives 3 peaks and compound Q gives 4 peaks.